Hey y'all, I'm Chris and this is it Worth It y'all, and welcome to another episode of Quick Canning Cuisine. And today we are going to use some of our favorites, chicken soup base and ugly chicken, and we are gonna make a chicken pot pie. And we're gonna make two individual ones, one for me and one so Greg can take for lunch. So here we go. Alrighty, so I've got my oven. Let me turn some light on the subject. I've got my oven preheating, and we are gonna start with a roux. So I'm gonna do that much flour and that much oil. I'm just gonna use olive oil this time. Put that in there. We're gonna turn that on and let that cook down. Now I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a combination of milk and the broth that's in the jars. It's already liquefied. And so we're just gonna use a little bit of both. I wanna use more of the soup-based liquid than I do milk. Oh, come on. I'm just over here. I know y'all don't see me. All right, I'm trying to get all the, oh yeah, there we go. See how it changed a different color? This is looking good. All right, I wanna use the stock from the soup base. Let's do that first. Let's get that stock out. Cool, that should be plenty. Then we'll add a little, ooh yeah. Then we'll add a little bit of milk too. All right, so we're just gonna create our gravy like we normally do. The other thing that's cool too is about this is when you, when this, you know, how the rule of thumb is when it starts to boil, that's the thickest it'll ever be. So if we need to modify that and make it thicker, we can do that with corn. We can do that with cornstarch instead of doing more stock. Like I said, we're just gonna do a little bit of milk, not a lot, just a little. And we're gonna start geeking up those flavors. So really, this is the hardest part. Now what you can put on the top is I mean, anything and everything you've ever used for a chicken pot pie. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a drop biscuit recipe and drop them in. But I wanna get this in the oven first and get it to heating through. And then we'll drop the biscuits on and bake the biscuits. So this is probably a 30-minute supper, but it's definitely not hard. Especially because you've got all the ingredients cooked already. And while this is heating up in the oven, we can make biscuits. Ooh, that smells great. All right, she's starting to get thick again. That looks good, eh? Now this is gonna look a little bit runny to you, but I think it's perfect because what's gonna happen is we're gonna add all these ingredients and that's gonna coat everything nicely. And when it bakes in the oven and those biscuits take some of that moisture, oh yeah, that looks good. All right, now here's the fun and easy part. I love our version of fast food. And you don't need to cook anything because this is already cooked. Now, if you just wanted to eat it like this with a piece of bread, you could. And this is where we're gonna test for seasonings. Look at there, perfect timing. Salt and pepper. Maybe not salt. Maybe a little bit of onion powder. I mean, just a wink, not a lot. I think the salt level's okay. Let's do that. All right, that was it. Okay, now it's just season. I like to go back and forth. That way we get even distribution of the big chunks. Okay. There we go. That's lunch, dinner today. You guys are in the way. I'm gonna put these in the oven and get them to start heating up, and we're gonna make our biscuit recipe real quick. All right, we are on page 123, and this is called Biscuit Supreme. So this just is like, it says it's a really quick recipe. So We're making it on the fly. 2 cups of flour. And I use the Costco flour. Okay. A tablespoon of baking powder. Got it. 2 teaspoons of sugar. Half teaspoon of cream of tartar. I do not have a cream of tartar. I have arrowroot powder, so we're going to use that. I might have cream of tartar somewhere. I just couldn't see it. So we're going to use arrowroot powder. It's just a thickening agent. And then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we're gonna need, let's stir this together. And it says I want 1/2 cup of butter, margarine, or shortening until it resembles coarse crumbs. And then add 2/3 cup of milk at once to moisten. Okay. I don't know that I'm gonna use, but I could use butter. I got it right here. And I think 1/2 cup is that whole stick, isn't it? Hang on, I'm gonna go get a stick and see what it says. All right, I went and got a cold one. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Okay, well, let me put a new one on since it's a good thing I thawed that out earlier. Go on, get off there. All right, replace it with a cold one. There we go. For me doing this in the past, I like to use a fork to get it started. Now this isn't a pie crust, so you don't have to worry about keeping it cold and all that jazz. Pie crusts are completely different. And I think what I'm gonna do, instead of using milk, I've got this leftover turkey stock or chicken stock. I might use that. I mean, because why not? We can do whatever we want with these biscuits, right? Turn dough into lightly floured surface, quickly knead. Yeah, biscuits you don't need very much. Plus, I don't even think I'm gonna need these. I think I'm gonna drop biscuit them pretty well. There's no more big chunks of butter. See what that looks like? And then I need 1/2 cup. What is this? Oh, I can't even see. Let's see, there's a 1/2 cup measure on here. I'm glad I measured because that would have been way too much. Okay. Now, if you ever made biscuits before, they're gonna feel and look dry, but they're not. They'll come together. Get some flour out here. Let's dump this out. Oh, I'm gonna get my shirt all gross. I didn't wear an apron. Y'all, I gotta get better at doing that. Okay. Now with biscuits, you don't want to knead it too much. You just want to get it all incorporated. And you do kind of like want to fold it over so it makes layers. That is a good thing. You could get your rolling pin out, but I just don't want to make another dish messy. We're close, we're getting there. I almost got it all incorporated. Okay. That's what I want. I want to make it to where it's big enough for both of those pans. And the biscuit recipe says what? 450? Okay. There we go. Let's crank this up to 450. That seems very high. Did I read that wrong? Nope, place biscuits 1 inch apart, ungrease 450. Okay, well, we're doing 450, y'all. Let me wash my hands a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is I'll swing you around. Ooh, yeah, they're hot. They're heating through. Put a fork through them real quick. Let's stir these up a little bit. And then put a biscuit on them. Y'all can't see me, but I'm over here using my fork to cut these. All right, look. 1 biscuit. 2 biscuits. Okay. That's simple. All right, we'll check back in about 15 minutes, see how that's baking off. All right, y'all, I think these turned out great. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, she's pretty. Ooh, okay. That is a hot oven. Oh, the biscuit looks so good on top. Look how bubbly. 450 is definitely the jam. Look how gorgeous. This is definitely enough for 2 people. And that biscuit, I don't know if you can hear that or not. She's cooked all the way through. I think I did 15 minutes on the biscuit. Yeah, all right. When my official taste tester gets here, we'll let you know how it tastes. All right, y'all, my official taste tester is gonna be late, so I'm eating it right out of this. I just wanna really just take a teeny bite off the edge here. It's still kind of molten lava, but oh, it smells so good. Yes. I want more salt, but I'm okay with it because if you're making it for people, you know, like a group or something, or you're giving it away for somebody for lunch, this is good because they can go in and they can add salt, a different salt level. But the biscuit, it's perfect. It's cooked all the way through. This is really hot. That was awesome. You saw how I did the biscuits real quick? Cut them in half. You want to use a bigger pan, just shape it to your pan and just lay it right on top. Trick is heat that stuff up before you put the biscuit on. So, there you have it. Quick Canning Cuisine. We got rid of like 4 jars. We got rid of 4 more jars. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching again. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until we see you on the next Quick Canning Cuisine video. Bye, y'all.